Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Sister Rose. How are you doing? Please, as you come, please share, invite somebody, tag somebody. Um, please share, invite somebody because you care about them, because you love them, because you want the best for them. Even your enemy, invite them. Like, be nice to your enemy. Like, seriously. Because God said, let us be nice to our enemies. Love your enemy. And so, please share a message to a friend, to a relative, somebody that you care about, somebody you want the best for, even the ones that you don't want the best for. Invite them still and be a help to them. So I'm gonna continue with the book review. Um, the book review is say why does God take from those who don't have and give it to those who have? So that is a book review. I am a little bit earlier today because I have a plan. So get it done and then move on and do other things. So let's continue. We're on chapter 5. And just to let you guys know, so weekends, I'm not gonna be doing broadcast weekends. So Friday and Saturday, I'm not gonna do any broadcasts because I just wanna spend some time with my kids, do some homework, and because during the week I'm so busy, so I'm gonna use the weekend just to spend time with my kids and catch up with homework and stuff. So let me just start. So what are we gonna talk? Living in wealth and abundance is impossible because a lot of people think that that is impossible. How can I be living in wealth and abundance? Because God wanted us to live in wealth and abundance. God has actually already blessed us abundantly. He have blessed us abundantly, but people don't realize that we're already been blessed. We are basically trying to live by like brushing through living from paycheck to paycheck or something like that, but God has actually blessed us. Is how, like, go back and listen to my previous broadcast because it will really help you. Because me talking to you right now, it might not make no sense to you because you have already missed a couple of chapters. um so let me get into the message today. It's a majority of the world The majority of the world poorest country today is in Africa, right? We all know that. Africa have the poorest is the poorest continent in the world, right? Countries like South Africa and Egypt are not quite as poor as Ethiopia and Angola, but we have the poorest countries in Africa, and it baffled me that God has really richly blessed us, we Africans, like African country, we have so much resources, we have so much minerals, we have so much stuff in Africa that God have richly blessed us because He loved us so much. But guess what? We're not making any use of them. We are not valuing the things that we have. And so, number of poor people in Africa living less than $1 a day, $1.25. That is that is nothing compared to people that are living in diaspora. Hey, $1.25, you can buy maybe tea. I think tea, you can buy tea with a $1.25 or maybe yeah, I will say tea, because coffee is more than that. And yet there is a continent that people are living less than $1.25. How do you think that is fair? Like, reading this book, I have some revelation while I'm reading this book. I was like, wow. But anyway, as I'm going, I will share the revelation that I got from reading this chapter. It's a the World Bank is saying that um so the $1.25 a day will increase from 411.5 million in 2010 to um 415.8 million in 2011. In the space of 1 year, the World Bank shows that, like, that is $1.25 a day that people are living in Africa. It is very, very sad. And let me just show you. Let me just come. Maybe let me just go, and then I will tell you my revelation that I got. Or maybe it might even be on my notes here. It seems as God allow the little that we have is being taken away from us. A lot of people are scared to to invest. Nobody wants to invest. It's like, oh, it's a risky business. I don't want to do it. This. They make all kind of complaint. But God actually wants us to invest. He wants us to duplicate our stuff. So my revelation that I have, God have richly blessed Africa, right? Like, we have been blessed. We have it all. I'm telling you, we have it all. We have gold, we have diamonds, we have oil, we have bauxite, we have rutile, we have agriculture stuff. Our soil is fertile that we can grow crops. We can grow organic food that is good for you, not those other one organic. When I say organic, that is good for you. God have blessed us all with that thing. And guess what? This is my revelation that I got from this book. With all this blessing that we have, because we're not appreciating what we're having, because we're not thank God for what we're having, people are complaining all the time. Africa, we don't have nothing. There's nothing good is going on in Africa. We're complaining. Yet God have blessed us with all these things: gold, diamond, silver, rutile, gold, bauxite, oil, all these things, mineral things. God have blessed us, but still Africans are still complaining that we don't have anything. So guess what is happening? This is the revelation that I have. Because people are complaining, guess what? The Chinese people are coming now in Africa. They are taking from us. God is giving. This is the revelation that I got while I was reading this book. It's not funny, but it is very serious. Chinese now is flooding Africa because they see the value that is in Africa. Our eyes are blind. We Africans, we're not seeing the value. We're not seeing the goods that are in the country. We're not seeing the wealth that is in that country. Guess what? The Chinese people have saw it, and guess what? They're grabbing it. God actually is taking from us and is giving to the Chinese people. Basically, that is what is happening right now. That is the revelation I got. That they're taking from us. The Chinese people are coming with their goods. They're flooding Africa with Chinese product. The Americans are coming flooding. They are flooding Africa. But what Africans are doing, we are just consuming. We consume. That is all Africans are good at, consuming. And God does not want us to be a consumer. He wants us to be we need to produce things. That is why we are here to solve a problem. We are here to bring solution to problems that are going on in the world. That is why we're here. But people are just in Africa consuming. That, like I said in a couple of my broadcasts, that people are in the diaspora are always sending money to the people of Africa, and they are the one consuming. They're not doing anything, even though the country is so blessed. That is why they're bringing all these foreigners are coming into your country, into your land. They are taking from you because you are not appreciating what you have. So God is bringing somebody and is blessing other nation. Like Lots of Americans, they are going in Africa. They are taking our gold. They are taking our diamond. And guess what? They bring it to their nation. And guess what? They're being blessed. They're being rich because we're not appreciating what we have. I don't know if you guys have the same revelation that I have, but this is it. God is, because we are not doubling whatever we have, because our God is our, He wants us to double whatever we need to multiply. That is why He created us for. And when you are not multiplying, when you are not producing something, God is going to take away from you and He's going to give it to somebody that is producing. And that is what's happening in Africa right now, because we are not producing, we're not doing anything with the things that we have there. We're not doubling our economic. Instead, the economy is going down and down and down. We're not increasing it. It's going bad and worse. And so God is taking away from us. And we, the same African people, were running to go to the diaspora. A lot of people are losing their life in Libya. They're losing their life because God is taking away from us, because we're not happy. The sooner we realize and we start appreciating what we have, God will start blessing our nation again. But as long as we're not appreciating whatever we have, and we're not doubling whatever we have, we're not producing more, multiplying the resources that we have in our country, guess what? God is going to be taking it away from us. It's going to be taken away from us. This is the revelation I got from this book when I was reading it. So, if you are only consuming, you won't end up losing anything, right? You consume it. Because a lot of people, they don't want to become a business person today. They don't want to invest in because, oh, it's a risky business. It's there. I don't want to do it. But as long as we are not multiplying whatever resources that we have, God is going to keep on taking away and give it to the people that have more. People in America, they have more. People in Europe, they have more. People in all this country, they have more. But they coming to our country in Africa, they're taking from us. Is God giving them? It's like, well, I bless them, but they don't know what they have. So you guys can come from America. You guys can come from China. You can come to Africa. You can just take the resources and you can go and better your own country. That is what is happening right now. And we need to wake up and stop producing and stop appreciating what we have in our countries. So, how many of our products are flooding the international markets compared to other developed countries? How much? Like, let me pick on my country because I love Sierra Leone so much. Like Sierra Leone is like, what are the products in America that is flooding the market system? What it is, but let's look at the Chinese right now. The Chinese is everywhere. You go to every African nation, you will see a Chinese product there. How much of Nigeria stuff is flooding the United States or Europe or whatever? What are the African products that are flooding United States, or they are flooding Europe? Or what are they? Nothing. Maybe the only thing I'll say, oh, well, the African food, they send some African food in African store, but is it really flooding the whole nation in America? Is it every corner that you go, you will see African product? No, it's only few limited. But you go to Africa right now, every corner you turn, every store that you enter, you will see a Chinese product. Am I lying or am I saying the truth? You go to America, you will see Chinese product. You come to Canada, you will see Chinese product. You go in any nation, you will see a Chinese product. But even though we Africans, we are richly blessed with lots of minerals and resources, but yet is not flooding nations. Maybe a lot of these diamonds that they're selling in the stores, they're probably from Sierra Leone. But is it right? Is it made there, made in Sierra Leone? Nope, it's not. They will go and steal it from us. They come. But if we start thinking, say, we're going to start making our own product. You guys come and buy from us and we will make it there, made in Sierra Leone. Make it bold, plastered there, made in Sierra Leone, made in Nigeria, made in. We start to produce our own clothing. We start to produce our own food because they're food. We have organic food. We can flood America. We can flood all these nations with our product name there. Made in Nigeria, bolded there. Made in Sierra Leone, bolded there. Made from Ghana, Togo, whatever. Flooded. Just like the Chinese. Because we can do it. But people are lazy. People don't want to produce stuff. People are just waiting and depending on somebody else to come and help them. So you just sit there, I'm just waiting on God. I'm waiting for God to come and bless me. Hey, God is waiting for you to do something, and yet you are waiting for God. God is like, no, no, no. I'm waiting for you to move. You need to stop moving. But you're just sitting and waiting for God. You want God to come, leave his throne, and come and lift you up. No, that is why he gave you 2 legs so you can walk. But people, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to pray. God will help me. God, please have mercy upon me. God does not move by that. He doesn't move by emotion. Consumer nations will always get poor. Of course, they want to buy designer, even though we can do a best quality of things. Like, we can do good quality of stuff. But no, I'm going to get the name brand. Some of these name brand, I don't even know. Some of them not even good. I don't get it. You can buy no name brand. It might even be better than the name brand stuff that you're buying. I don't know. Just for the name. You are basically paying for the name. You're not paying for the product. You're buying the name. But people don't have. I will go get my Walmart clothes. I will go and look nice and dress and go, you wear your designer. Maybe my Walmart clothes or something. I don't know. Maybe even better quality than your designer. It's just the name. Say, I have what is one of the, Calvin Klein or Gucci, or I don't know these names because I'm not interested in all these designer things, so I don't even know them. Like, Prada bag. Oh, look at my bag. For what now? Some people will go and spend $10,000 on a piece of bag when people are dying. When you could have multiplied that money and put it into business or something, you're gonna go to please who? Am I a president's wife? Or even if I'm a president's wife, what do I need to go buy $5,000 bag for? 5,000 when people are dying in Africa. When you can go and use that $5,000 and build a research center and put people to go learn a trade or something and build up people. I'm going to go buy a piece of bag for $5,000 or shoes or like, anyway, I won't even go there. I don't want to go there because when I think, I say, really? Like, you really have that money? Can't you invest it into something that you can build somebody's life? I'd rather build somebody's life than buy a 5,000 designer bag just to wear it so that people can see me. Said, look at her. He got the designer. For what now? No, I will invest that money into something that will work for me. I will not go buy it on material things. That's just foolishness. Anyway, talking about it is just raising my blood pressure. So I will just not talk about it. So when you don't produce or only consume, you will eventually lose everything to the producer, because you have seen it. Like I said in my previous broadcast, like really poor people, we don't have money. You might make $2,000 a month. You got to pay your rent, you have to pay food and all the stuff, and then yet you're going to take portion of that $500, you're going to go buy gonna spend it in shopping. So you are the one responsible making the people rich, because those people with the designer, you're the one making them rich. You're the one making them poor, famous. You're the one doing this because you're the one putting into them. And then you cry, I don't have money. Whose fault is it? It's your fault, because you took your $500 that you could have invested, you could have multiplied it. You went and you took it and you sold it in somebody else's company. I'm not saying don't buy clothes, go out naked. No, but be wise how you're spending your money. Make sure you already double your money before you spend it. But don't just your capital, the money, your 500 that you have, hey, you go spend it. Yeah, you're going to live with nothing. But if you have a $500 and you double it, you spend the 500, you still have 500 left. And then that 500 left, you can double it. It's going to have 10,000, 100,000, 1,000, sorry. So hopefully you guys getting this, what I'm saying, right? Hopefully you guys getting it and you guys learning something. So let's talk about a little bit in the book. It talks about Taiwan a lot in the book. It talk about Taiwan, like how big of a vast, it's like they are invested in technology. That is what they are doing. Like, so, and all this country, take a look, let's look at these countries are fast pacing. Okay, they are fast developing. Asia country, China, Singapore, South Korea, all these countries are fast pacing, and they used to be poor. They used to have nothing. But what had the difference between those countries and Africa is because they are investing. That is the difference, because they are investing, they are building. They are not blessed with gold, diamonds, bauxite, and all this rutile, oil, and all these things. They're not blessed with them, but they are investing. That is why they go into African countries. They invest and say, okay, we will come, because they're using the brain to do technology, making clothes, making food, making all these things. So it's like, okay, we'll supply you with this thing. You give us some money, or give us some gold, you give us some diamonds or whatever. I don't know how they trade their stuff. But Singapore is booming. My God, if they tell you that Singapore used to be poor, there was war in those countries, and now look at them, how, hey, Sierra Leone never, like, yeah, we have war 10 years ago, but how are we improving? How are we advancing? Yeah, they would say, oh yeah, Ebola came, yes, mudslide came, well, but you know that the war was like that. You're supposed to put things in place so that when crisis happen, you will have quick responders that will not destroy a lot of people. But because they don't have things in place in this country, so when crisis comes, a lot of people are gonna die, a lot of people are gonna suffer, because they're not thinking ahead, saying, my God, we need to put this in place just in case. Just in case this happen, this is how we are gonna do it. In America, in all these developing countries, they have their plan. Just in case this happen, this is how we're gonna this is how we're gonna respond to it. This happened, this is how we go. But Africa, we don't think about that. It's like, oh, that will never happen. Yeah, but you need to get something in place just in case. There are nations that transform their fortune by producing. What will the world, like, what's the world need? Like a lot of people think today, like, even you scared to buy some Chinese products because they said that, oh, they make plastic rice, plastic lettuce, plastic everything, and people are consuming those things. And thinking, how multiply, let's do this fast. I'm not saying it's good, it's not good, but we supposed to have a mind how we can bring, because this is the problem. Because the way God created us, like, this is what I am learning. My God created us to solve problem. And if you're not solving problem, your brain cells, they die, because you're not thinking, you're not using it. When you're not using something, it's gonna be no use to you. You need to use your brain. You need to be thinking. You need to be reading. We African, we don't like to read. That is why they said, if you want to hide something from African people, put it in a book, because they know that you will never go find it. It's simple. You put it in a book, They will never find a solution. You need to read. You need to expand your brain. You need to expand your knowledge. You need to. This is how our God is. He's a God that solves problem. You need to be solving problem every day. Every day. When you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to be solving problem till you go back to bed, because that is how God wants us to be here on earth. But a lot of people, all what they do, they complain from morning to night. They will just nag and complain. The government is useless. The government is not doing this. Okay, the government is not. What are you doing? If the government is not doing absolutely nothing, what are you doing? What are this problem you solving? And you complaining, you pointing all the fingers about the things that the government is doing. There are some people in the social media, they will be cursing their president, instead of you going and praying, God touch that president's heart. If he even is trying to embezzle the money of the country, Father, praise, like, arrest him so that he will use the money appropriately. Instead of you going to social media and blasting the president, you rather go on your knees, say, God, please touch. Let him use the money wisely for our country. Let all the problem that in the country, give him revelation so that you would rather do that instead of going and bashing the president. Oh, he's so useless. Oh, he's not doing this. Hey, I'm not saying you're not supposed to point out some things, but also you need to give the president sometimes credit on some things that he's doing good. Like for my country, for example, President, His Excellency President Madabio. I don't know him that well. Like, I say a lot of things about him, but some good things that you're hearing that he's doing, we need to give him credit for that. Say, wow, that's good. But people, they just I don't know, those APC people, because they're out of the government, they go to social media anyway. I don't want to go there. Anyway, let me go back to my book, because if I go there, my blood pressure might go up. So I will just not go there. So there is another thing too in this that I really want to touch on. That was really, 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 really important in the book. Let me just find it, see if I can find it. Okay, this is another thing. He said our God wants us to be excellent. Everything that you put your hand in, you as a Christian, you need to do excellent results. Whatever you're doing, if you are a doctor, when you go there, treat your patient excellent result. Don't go there and start manipulating or start doing bad job. No, if you're a Christian and you're a believer, you go to work, do what your father will do. Treat that patient with respect. Treat that patient with good. Give her the best medical facility or whatever. I don't know. Just do it. If you're a business person, when somebody go, be excellent in your business. Do a good job. Not only manipulating people or conning people. Say, well, you probably go and buy this material for, I don't know, 10,000 leons, and now somebody comes and you want to sell that 10,000 leons, so now you're going to sell it 50,000 leons. That is not. God said double. It's double. You need to double it. So if you buy 10,000 leons, a good way will be you sell it for 20. That's you doubling it. That's okay. But if you're quadrupling it, that's stealing. That is not okay. When you make more than you double, it's not okay. So now you need to double. Even with the talent, people, the servant with the talent, that person had 5,000 talents, he doubled it into 10. The one have 4, he doubled it into 2, he doubled it into 4. But if you are a business person and you are quadrupling, you are, I don't know, going above and beyond than profit, that is stealing. That is not okay. That is wrong. Another thing in the book that they really touch about, you talk about Africa, the university, like in the university and colleges in Africa. Lots of them, they will open churches. You went to university to learn trade. so that you will come and solve problem in a society. Here you are going to a university and you go in a ministry church in it. You, instead of you going to study, you go, you have a prayer meeting, you have a worship choir meeting, you have this ministry, this. Did you go to church for ministry, or did you go there to learn? This is the difference. It says in the book also that Taiwan, is it Taiwan? Yeah, Taiwan, that children or youth, when they go to university, they build research center. They send them in there, say train them, say, hey, we want to come up with the best design or the new phone Apple product. They advance it. Okay, there's this one, we need to upgrade in the Apple product. Okay, all these faults that happen in this product, we need you to correct all this product. That is why an industry is supposed to be. That is what a university is supposed to be. Send those youth, train them. You let them use their brain, let them use their mind, because the more you use this your brain, the more you expand. But when you stop using it, you don't think it dies. Don't be like that. Send those kids. Like for African, we need to be building research center where they can go research. Because since I was a child, we have electricity problem in Africa. And now I'm not a child anymore. Since I was a child also, we have a water problem. I'm not a child anymore. 30 years plus later, we still have electricity problem. We still have plumbing problem. Hey, that problem should have been eradicated long time ago. If we are building research center and tell the kids go there, we need you guys to bring up solution how we can we can supply electricity in the whole country. How we can supply water system. Let's find a research. Let's go do research. Let's see how the other countries are doing it. Let's bring it, how we can bring it into our country. That is what they're supposed to be doing in school. But when they go to school, they will go learn how to pray, how to curse, how to swear, how to kill. Anyway. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway. That is what the university are producing. So they're producing these people from the university. They will come out with PhD in how to pray and kill people, how to manipulate people to get money from them. That is what they're gonna learn in university, and they will come back in the same society. Nothing is being done because they went to university as a waste. They didn't learn anything. They went there to learn how to kill people. Anybody that will stand in my way in my progress, don't you know that you're killing yourself? Because you're the one standing in your way in your progress. You must die. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Okay. Let's round this up. Let's see. From the book here. It said Congo today is the poorest nation, but one of the world's richest in natural resources. He said, what matter in today's increasing globally and competitively world is not any kind of resources. In fact, the world's greatest resources, human capitals. He said Taiwan got it right. It made its investment in human capital as a top priority and develop and skills and talent labor force, which transformed the country into this is what is transforming Taiwan, because they are thinking, because it's like, it's not all the resources. You have all the resources, but if you don't know how to use it, how to invest it, it's nothing. It's a waste, right? But they got it right. They don't have all gold, diamond, bauxite, all these things in Africa, but hey, they are advancing, man. They are going. They are off the chart. So we talk about the university, what they're producing. Let me just end up here. Let me just find another thing here in the book that was really, really good. So, like, I just want to make a point here. I'm not against all spirituality or like people to be spiritual. I'm not against that. Even the book, it says that it's not against that. But If that is all people go to do in the university, why do you need to go to university? You can just stay in your home and go to your church and do it. But if you go into university, make sure when you go to university, invest your time wisely and learn a trade that once you come from the university, you're going to be solving problem in the country. That is what the reason why people should be going to university. You're supposed to be going to university, find a crisis, something in your nation that is going wrong. Now go and educate yourself how you can bring a solution to that problem. That is why that is what we're supposed to be doing. But now some people they go to university because they want big bank accounts, but yet they're still broke. Because a lot of doctors today, they are doctors, but it's still broke. They have no money because they don't know how to, they don't have the skills of finance. So even though I am a doctor, or even though they're a doctor, they're still broke. They have no money in their bank account. They have nothing. They can show, oh, I have a big house. I can drive a nice car. But how much money you get in your bank account? Nothing. How many people's life you have transformed? I don't know. I treat people in the hospital. Okay. Like, what have you discovered? Since you're a doctor, what new invention have you bring? What new technology have you advanced yourself in? No, I just go to I just treat people. What solution are you bringing into the medical system? What? I'm just a doctor. I go to work every day. I treat people. I prescribe medication. No, you're supposed to, when people comes with a problem, you're supposed to be bringing solution and finding how you can eradicate those things so that they'll not be. I know some people say, "Well, then we're not going to need any doctor." Oh, guess let me just tell you, there's going to be problems. Still, we're going to need doctors because there's not new things that are developing. Even though we eradicate most of them, new things will come, new problem will arise that people need to bring new solution to. Like in Africa, TB, malaria, up to now, they cannot find the solution how to get rid of malaria. But in America, the same time that the malaria started in Africa, because they brought it to America, and guess what? When they brought it to America, they went fast, do research, do something. Now you come to America. Did you hear about malaria? There's no such thing as malaria. It's only Africa that you go there. That person have malaria, but you would never. Hey, when I came to Canada, let me tell you guys a funny story. When I moved to, I thought I was sick. I was not feeling good. I thought I had malaria. And then I went to the it's a funny story, seriously. I went to the doctor. I said, I think I have malaria. And you know what they told me? They said, there's no such thing. There's nothing like malaria in here. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm having the symptoms. Like I'm this. Like, no. There is no malaria. There's no such thing. That's a funny story. Like, seriously, you guys can laugh. But I was like, how come? Like, I was like, but what are you saying? I was like, no. He said, no, you don't have malaria. And I was arguing with the doctor. I was like, yeah, I have malaria. He's like, no, you don't have malaria. There is nothing. You don't have a malaria. They did all the tests. No, it's no malaria. I was like, wow, why am I feeling this way? It's like, I don't know, just tired, fatigue. I don't know, need more rest. I don't know. But it was not malaria because they got rid of it. But Africa, you go there, it's everywhere. Everybody is sick. Malaria. But because the university are not doing anything to eradicate that, it will keep growing. And even though they are spending, lots of NGOs are spending so much money to bring cure because they're not doing it. Some people are just there to suck the money. I'm gonna get paid fat money. I'm gonna do this research, and they're still gonna do just a little thing. And it's like, well, we didn't bring any solution because nobody is passionate about it. Because when you're passionate about it, you bring solution. Hey, go and do the research. How did the American people got rid of malaria in their country? How? Hey, research. Everything now it's all about research. But institution in Africa, there is no research center. They don't have research center. Instead, they're building mega churches. I have the biggest church in Africa. I have 50,000 people. when you should be bragging about, hey, I have a research center. These are the solutions that we are bringing. We have got rid of malaria. We have got rid of cholera or whatever diseases in Africa. We have brought solutions to it. Hey, that is what you need to be bragging about. No, I have a big church. God does not look at that. God said, look at you. Get away. Anyway, let me end this up. Sorry, guys. Um, let me just find one more here. It's a wealth and abundance. Let me just read this last one. It's a wealth and abundance don't answer to countries with the highest number of churches or religious organization. Money does not necessarily flow to country from the highest number of compass follower meeting. What are you doing to increase a little you have today? Is it that it's not in your place, or you are not ready to experience God abundance? Because you can get God abundance by you duplicating. You need to multiply whatever you have. When you multiply, God will always increase in you. But as long as you are not multiplying, you're just consuming, guess what? God will always take away from you and give it to the people that have more. So that is all I have for you guys today. I've already went past my minute, my time. But that's all I have for you guys today. And tomorrow and Sunday, I will not be here on broadcast because, as I said earlier in this week, that I just want to spend time with my kids on Saturday and Sunday because it's busy week for me and I barely don't have a lot of time to spend with my kids. Unfortunately, I used to spend a lot of time with them, but now because I'm so busy with school and lots of my classes are late, so I need to spend some time with them. So I'm gonna be spending Saturday and Sunday with them to make up for the week. And then so Friday, Monday to Friday, I will come back and I'll finish up the book. I think we have two more chapter of this book, and then I'm gonna look for another book that I will do after this one. I'm just gonna take a look. Let me just take a look quick here. Oh, where did the book go? Okay, let me just see how many more chapter we have to go on this. Oh, so we're gonna be doing all week next week, I guess, because we have 12 chapters in this book. So I just did five, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's two a week and a half. So I will do a chapter a day. So next week I will continue with chapter 6. It says start from where you are. That is what the chapter is going to be talking about. Start from where you are. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's her birthday today. So that's why actually I did my broadcast. I want to run and go get her a cake and a present because it's like, just surprise me, mom. It's like, I don't have time to make you a birthday party, but we'll have a family time and do something. I won't be that mean or do something. Get her cake, get her present, cook her a nice food. I might not have time for a bunch of kids to come because that's a lot of work. Maybe next year I'll make her birthday party, not this year. But she can still celebrate her birthday. So I have to go now and go get a cake and come home and cook something. Or maybe take her to the restaurant. I don't know which one is easier. I I probably might take her to the restaurant because for my oldest daughter, I took her because that's what she wanted for her present for her birthday. She wants me to take her to her favorite restaurant. So I did. So probably she might also want to do that because kids they copy their older sister. Oh, I want to do that too. But so we might end up not having a birthday at home. We might just go to a restaurant. So we'll see. Maybe go for supper tonight. So thanks anyway. Thank you, Sister Grace, for that. So I will go now, and you guys have a wonderful weekend without me. But I will be thinking about you guys, even though I'm not here live. But I will be thinking about you guys. But Monday I will be back here, doing chapter 6 of why does God take from those who don't have and give it to those who have. So chapter 6 on Monday. Thank you guys. God bless you guys, and I love you so much, and peace.